Hello guys, welcome again. So we will carry on with our video. We started our blocking phase. Now we'll do a few modeling tasks to finish our model. So I think I'm gonna add another object here, another wood log, just to put it in a scene and so that it will be nice to render. So I will be doing this by selecting my model and duplicating it. You can do that by whether Control D, or you can go to the menu, edit and duplicate. So as you have seen here, our model has been duplicated. Just press Control D. I'm going to move it a bit, move it aside. Okay, here it is. I am going to rotate it. So in order to do the snapping, you can press J. Or you can rotate it from the channel box. Alright, I want something like here, oriented to the y-axis. For better visibility, you can click space and split your screen. So here I am clicking, or I am pressing D in order to be able to move my gizmo. Okay, so D, and I'm going to hold down V so that it snaps according to the edges. So I pressed D and then I'm holding V while I move it down so that it snaps. And I press D again and I move my model up and snap it to the grid while holding down X. And this is clear. I'm doing this just to align it with the other wood log. Alright, so I'm going here to drag my selection tool. I'm going to select some faces. So in order to select or deselect a loop, so first you select the first face and then you press Shift and the next face. This way you can select your loop. If you want to deselect, you can do the same thing while holding Control and not Shift. Alright, so I'm selecting the edge here by double clicking. I scale it up. When I'm working on a model, I like to gather some references and use a PureRef tool. So I take a look from time to time uh, just to shape my imagination, so I know what I'm going to do. You can go ahead and type on Google your woodlog, the style that you want, like a stylized woodlog or a branch you want. I have already downloaded some image references. I'm going to use this. So go ahead and select or pick some images and drag them into PureRef, so that we'll be using them as reference. All right. So I have already mine, and I'm going to drag it uh, while I do load image from PureRef menu, or by clicking the right mouse, or I can just drag it. So here it is. I'm going to use this as a reference. I'm pressing Control Shift P just to align the images. Okay, I'm going to place it here for a better visibility. Okay, just I'm using this just to guide me while I do some modification. So I want to extrude some branches from my body, I mean from the wood log. In order to do so, I need to select some faces and extrude them, but I would need to add more edge loop. Okay, I will be pressing Ctrl E to extrude, or you can do this from the menu. All right, let's extrude that out. I'm going to pull the blue arrow to extrude things. Okay, I sculpt a bit from the cube, from the yellow cube. Sorry. I move them down. Okay, that's nice. So I'm pressing here W to go back to my move tool. So I'm selecting here these three vertex and just move it a bit. So I'm going to scale here my branch. I'm going to need other edge loops. Let's move this a bit. So I'm just to try to play with the shape, just to you know, to get it closer to match the reference. So I'm going to move this vertex, add an edge, doing this and that, and you can do this freely. I don't have to do exactly what I do now. If you don't like my shape, or you can add more branches or something that is taller. This should be enough to work with. Let's select the object mode, and I'm going to add a few edges here, so that when I smooth this won't, I make sure this won't go crazy. Okay, these edges will hold the shapes that I have just extruded. Alright, that's nice. Again, just to move this vertex a bit, maybe down. I'm selecting these vertex here and moving them down. I'll scale them. Let's choke this branch a bit. I'm just trying here to play with the shape, do some basic variations. Moving some vertex and adding some edge loops. So for the sake of the video length, I'm going to speed up things a bit here. I will let you here do your own modification. Let's try to smooth my model just to have an idea. In order to smooth your object or your model, you just have to press 3 key. Okay, I wanna add here a hole or a branch, and I'm doing this by selecting these 4 faces and extruding them. So you can round up this area by selecting vertex and move them down, right, left a bit in order to make it circular. Or you can select these faces and go to Circularize. Then just trying here to provide more options for our modeling process. As you see in here, stack automatically it is rounded. Playing here, I'm tweaking here some values like twist just to clean this mess. and I'm just playing with a twist, and I have a nice rounded shape. I'm going to select, or it's already selected, these faces. I'm going to extrude them. I delete them. So by double clicking on the edge loop, I can extrude that edge. Nice. That's not bad. So let's add some variations here. Let's play with the edge, move things a bit, in natural life. We don't have something that is straight unless it is cut by a machine. So I'm going to just playing with vertex. Nothing special here. You can do the same. So in order to navigate closer to your model, you can press F whenever you feel that you're far from your model when you are navigating. Or so you can just press select vertex or a face or an edge, whatever you select, and press F. Let's add an edge here and scale it down a bit. I'm just trying to add some variations here. Still in the blocking phase. Things are not bad. Looks good. Alright, so since we're in a good shape, let's extrude the model out. You can just select the model and press Ctrl E. Or you can do this from the menu. From the blue arrow, let's pull things up. Maybe down? No, up. A little bit. Okay, that's not bad. Now I don't want to extrude more than this because I have these small holes and big holes, so this is different, because if I extrude more than this, the both small branches will be closed. So I want to add more thickness here by selecting just a few faces and then scale them up without affecting the other branches. Okay, so I select the first face and then double click on the next face to it, and the loop will be selected. Again, the first face, and then the next to it, and here's our loop. Let's do the same again. Maybe I want to deselect this one because here we have a different edge low because of that small branch or small hole. Alright, so once this selected, maybe I want also to select some faces from this side. I select the first face and then the next to it by double clicking on the left mouse. I will do the same here. Maybe I want to deselect this one. I could select them manually, but this should be enough. So because we will have another element inside, so this is why I don't worry about that side. In order to scale them down, I want to do so from both Z and X axes. My wood log is too fat. Now I want to reduce the volume, and I can do this from the Y axis, and by holding down Control I can pull the Y axis up and down. Alright, we're good to go. Now let's do the same thing with our other wood log. Let's double click and Control E to extrude it. Maybe up or down. Don't worry about the direction because you can always go later and change the normal directions. Up, down, maybe up. All right, that's good. Don't worry about these areas. We can always go and fix this later on Zbrush just by smoothing. We can just move some vertex here to clean things. Alright, so let's do the same. I want to add more thickness from the top. I select this, the same method, the loop method. I want also to do so, but this edge flow directions is preventing me. So what I do, I will do this manually. I will select this area manually. Alright, go ahead and do so. Okay, so once this is selected, press R and scale them down. R is from the X and Z axis. Alright, we're good to go. Let's add more thickness. I don't worry about this because we have another element inside. Let's select this edge and scale it up. And this one, just to give it a stylized look. Here in this area, I want to choke it. I move it down a bit. Let's add another edge. Let's get it. Now I want to add the plane. You can add it from the menu, polygon primitives, or you can just print from one of the modeling shelves, poly modeling shelves, or by the space bar. I have here my shelf and I want to add a plane. So I want it just so that I want to render my scene later. I will have my models will have some shadows and some ambient occlusion. Okay, so here's my plane. Now I want to scale it up. Okay, now I want to move both my models up. Yeah. Alright, so I want to put them in a group so that I move them together in the same direction, and I will do so by pressing Ctrl G so that they are in a group. And what I do, I want to go to put my models on that plane so that they are aligned. Let's go to another screen, and I'm in the X side. I press the D key and the V key so that it snaps according to the edges, based on the edges, and then the X key, holding down my X key and move them up. In order to see things clearly, let's press the 4 key, number 4. So I want to see my grid. Again, let's hold down the X key and move these models up. See how it snaps. Good. Okay, let's zoom a bit here. So when you see, so because they are not straight from the bottom, so I will move them manually. Nice. Want to rotate it a bit. It helps me when I see from the bottom. Let's select our group and move them aside. And I'll put them in the center. I'm pressing the anti-aliasing because I want to smooth things. And as you see here, we need some edges to hold our shape. And let's go to this branch and add some edges. One from the bottom, another one here. I want to select this edge. I double click on the edge and move it up a bit. Yeah, let's move some vertex here, select some vertex and move them up and down so that it is not straight. Go ahead, play with the shape. Let's add another edge here. Now I want to select these edges and scale them up. Let's select this edge. Sorry, let's add another edge. One from the top, bottom, and one in the middle. Two edges here so that it sharpens this area. Okay, let's select this edge and scale it down a bit. Move it up. Alright, so now even if we smooth, this still keeps our shape. Let's add another edge here to close. Another one here. Let's add more edges here. As you see, I'm putting edges here too close so that it sharpens this edge to in the interior area. And let's I want to have this loop up a bit. Maybe I add an edge and move it up. Okay,